What do you think Jesus meant when he said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God"? Notice the word there, peacemaker, versus familiar concept of peacekeeper. Jesus said the peacemakers shall be called the sons of God. And there's a difference between peacemakers and peacekeepers. And we probably all have a tendency at times to fall to either side of peacemaker versus peacekeeper. But what's the difference? Well, there's a big difference. A peacemaker is someone who wants to fix things. A peacemaker is someone who's going to get in the middle of things, and even when it gets messy, they're going to get their hands dirty. A peacekeeper wants to keep things comfortable. If you're a peacekeeper, we probably all are at times, because who wants to get in the middle of slogging through the battle, and who wants to have to get in the middle of conflict? But peacekeepers will avoid conflict. Peacemakers will engage conflict so that we can get to the root of the problem and fix things. Peacekeepers don't want to get dirty. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I don't want to get into the mess, because I know if I start this conversation, it's going to go in a direction that it's going to take a while. It's going to get messy. Sometimes, man, you're just tired. Sometimes you don't want to engage it. And sometimes you run from it. And you try to keep the peace by not saying something. Does that ever fix anything? No, it doesn't. But peacemakers will be called the sons of God. Wow. Because why? Because they're willing to get engaged and involved in something and do the hard work. And so I guess where I would go with this today is, when you look at your life, where is God pushing you to be a peacemaker? Either in your own heart, by making peace with God, dealing with some of the junk that you've been carrying around. Man, maybe there's so much disruption in your own heart because you know that you are not at peace with the way that you should be living. Or maybe it's in your family. Maybe there's some things that you just need to address, that maybe things you've been doing, your spouse has been doing. Maybe you got a friend that you know they're struggling. They're headed off the cliff. And you know if you get involved, it's going to be messy. But if you don't get involved, it's going to be bad. God's looking for peacemakers in our own hearts, in our families, in our community. Blessed are the peacemaker. Put something in the comments. Let me hear from you below. What are some situations that you've had to step into, or what keeps you from being a peacemaker? Love to hear from you this morning. Talk to you soon. God bless. Have a great day.